You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash report.
Hey, Coach Stan. This is Shamit Dua from Bourbon Street Shots. You guys had a late night practice yesterday and then practice today. What were your focuses on both these sessions?
Last night we got to a lot of 5-on-5 work because we got to get playing, a lot of full court stuff. Today, what we put in we installed some more offense, worked on both individual defense and our transition defense very hard. And then again, went some 5-on-5 for probably close to an hour. We've got to play as much as we possibly can, trying to find that balance between breaking things down and playing is important. Tomorrow night, we've been doing more controlled stuff. Tomorrow night, we're actually going to try to put time on the clock and scrimmage and just see how organized we can be. And I think it's the best tool for me evaluating our team and what we need to work on. And it's certainly the best way to get in shape.
What's up, coaches? Will Guillory with The Athletic. I know it's still very early, but just what have you thought about Kira's progress so far and just what you've seen from him in practice?
Well, I love what Kira's done. Number one, you can tell his talent is there. Quick, can shoot the ball, plays really hard, good defensive instincts. He's got a lot going for him as a player, so that's exciting. But he's also a great worker with a great attitude. He just comes, doesn't question anything, just tries to do everything you ask him to do. And in my experience, players like that, especially with his kind of talent, get better quickly. So we're really encouraged by what we've seen early on.
Hey, Stan, this is Christian Clark with NOLA.com. You spoke yesterday just about the importance of cutting down turnovers and all the ways that can help you. Is there any sense of, the balance of how you guys can cut out some of those turnovers, but still play with some of that pace and take advantage of, Lonzo's and Zion's gifts in the open floor?
Yeah, listen, there doesn't have to be a relationship between pace and turnovers. I think we've seen that in the league. There's plenty of teams that play fast and keep their turnover percentages down. It's a matter of decision making, and it's a matter of not trying to hit home runs all the time and just making simple, easy plays. And then it's a matter of being very fundamental. That's been a concerning area over the first 3 days. We have not done a good job of taking care of the ball. We've been a little bit careless fundamentally. Our decision-making hasn't been great. We've been trying to force plays. We made the statement to him at the end of practice today that, that's got to be a major focus for every single guy come practice tomorrow, is that we've got to be a lot more solid offensively.
Hey, Stan, it's Andrew from ESPN. Now that you guys, I guess, have gone 5-on-5 a little bit, was there anybody that stood out over the first, 2 5-on-5 sessions?
Well, everybody has at times, so a lot of people have played well. Zion's been overwhelming when he's able to get the ball going toward the basket. He's made pretty good decisions passing the ball. I think he's been really, really good. Last night in the 5-on-5, I thought both Nikhil and Nico were outstanding, but everybody's had really good moments. And so for me, it hasn't been as much about trying to really drill down on individuals as far as how well they're playing, as learning our team and where we want to go in our teaching, what we need to work on, what we need to put in, all of those things.
Hi, Stan. This is Ollie Cosell with the Bird Rights. I know it's only been 3 days, but what's been your high point thus far, maybe the biggest nice surprise that you've experienced thus far?
I would say the work ethic of the entire group. Usually my experience is you'll get a lot of people, the majority of people will work hard, have great attitudes about it, but you'll always have a couple, and that has not been at all the case here. Everybody who's been out there has been totally on board.
Can't hear you, Caroline. Still not. Will Guillory, you want to go ahead?
It was Coach. This is Will from the Athletic again. Nikhil told us the other day that you guys had a conversation about his position and what he feels comfortable with going forward. Just what can you tell us about that convo, and what are you looking forward to seeing from him this season?
Well, I think first of all, position-wise, if you look at our roster, all of those guards are going to have to play both spots because we're going to play 2-point guards together. I would think a significant amount of time. If you look, we have 4 point guards. So Lonzo and Eric and Nikhil and Kira. So and they really only got one true 2 guard in JJ. So we're going to spend a lot of time, I'm sure, playing 2 guards together. And so they've all been doing that in practice, playing both positions, and there's got to be a comfort zone to that. With Nikhil, I think, he's worked hard at it. He's got to improve his decision-making, cut down the turnovers. I think he's one guy who has done a pretty good job of that. And he's got to be ready to shoot the ball all the time. I think he's a good shooter, and he's got to shoot the ball every single time he's open.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right.
What's up, JJ? This is Will Guillory with The Athletic. You joked to us the other day about how much you were looking forward to getting training camp started with Stan. And so how exciting was that first day where he spent 3 hours just focusing on defense the entire time?
No, obviously I was joking, but I feel like the first day of camp, day of the first game, it's a similar feeling to when you were a kid and you get to open your Christmas presents on Christmas morning. I think we all love doing this, and whether it's training camp or getting to compete in real games, there's just an excitement to play, and I've enjoyed the last 3 days. It's been a lot of fun, actually. It's been hard work, but energy's been great. Stan's been great. I think our guys have really responded, and it's been great.
Hey, JJ, first of all, a little disappointed to see, no more mustache. A little disappointed on that one. But as far as leadership, it's only been 3 days of training camp. Do you find that it's been mostly the veteran guys or you or the guys that have been in the building before that have kind of stepped up in that leadership role? Or is it too soon to tell? Or has it been maybe some of the younger guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're always leading in one way or another, whether it's by your preparation or how hard you practice or verbally. And some people just do that naturally. So I don't think that goes away, whether it's training camp or whether you're playing real games. I do. There's a difference though, once you get into real games and, you start seeing tangible results and the lights turn on and you're getting text messages from family members and you go through the highs and lows of the season. That leadership sort of void that gets filled by certain guys during the season, that's different than what goes on a daily basis in practice.
Hey, JJ, Christian Clark with NOLA.com. Stan has talked a lot about just, him emphasizing cutting down on the turnovers. Do you know, what is like the right balance for this team look like between taking better care of the ball, but still getting out on the break some and taking advantage of, the gifts that Lonzo and Zion and some other guys have in transition?
I don't necessarily know what the right balance. There has to be a balance because you have to allow great athletes to be great athletes. You have to allow great playmakers to take risks. Stan has talked about that. He talked about that on the first day, just in terms of what is a bad turnover and what is a good turnover, what really hurts you and what doesn't hurt you. And if our emphasis is going to be on being a great defensive transition team and getting back, well, we can't do that and be a high turnover team because getting back on a turnover, a live ball turnover, is the hardest thing to do in the NBA. So I think the two kind of go hand in hand. So if we're going to make a commitment on the defensive end, we have to make a commitment to cutting down our turnovers. And we want everybody to play free. And so as you said, you have to figure out that balance and toe that line a little bit.
Hey, JJ, Rod Walker with the Times-Picayune here. Yesterday, the NBA came out with some procedures, I guess, to sort of make teams not rest players? And just want to get your thoughts on the whole load management thing and why this is important that the league is doing, or just your thoughts on it in general.
Yeah, from a player's perspective, I understand the desire to be smart about your load and to be smart about the amount of games you play and to be smart about taking care of your body. I think Doc Rivers always used to say this. I know he's said this for years, but look, if the league doesn't want certain guys to miss nationally televised games, don't schedule that game on the second night of a back-to-back. It's pretty simple. Sometimes there's no way around it, but I don't know why we have to keep doing that and then keep getting angry at players or angry at teams or angry at training staffs for resting guys. And we want to all put out a good product, and we want to have long careers, and I think there's a way that we can all kind of work together to make that happen.
Thanks.
Hey, JJ, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. I was curious, another question kind of league related. What was your reaction to or your opinion of I know the play-in round isn't a new thing. They did it during the bubble as well, but what's your assessment of or opinion of the way that the format is now, where it's basically, the 7th through 10th place teams are going to be in it and the way that they're doing it?
I'm open to things. I want to see how this goes this year. There was definitely some excitement in the bubble, and I got the uniqueness of that situation and why we had that play-in game, given sort of where the standings were when the season ended in March, and allowing teams that were coming to Orlando, the 6 teams that were out of the playoffs when the season resumed, the opportunity to get into the playoffs. Otherwise, why would we even be there? So I got the uniqueness of that. I'm curious to see how it goes this year, and if it continues, fingers crossed that, we get back on a normal schedule and have 82 games the following season if they implement it then. And I think you need to see it happen over the course of 2 or 3 years before you can really make a firm opinion on it. But I liked it. I liked it in the bubble. I thought it was great. I thought, that what the Blazers did was awesome.
What's up, JJ? Right. This Will from The Athletic again. I know you've talked before about how much you enjoy mentoring younger players, especially at the guard position. So what have your early impressions been of Kira and just how he's fitting in so far?
Yeah, Kira, his speed strikes you immediately. He seems like he's a better shooter than I thought. I mean, I don't watch a ton of college basketball, but just watching him in drills and his ability to knock down open threes so far in practice has been really good. He's coachable, man. He's got a good demeanor out on the court. I think he responds well. I can see why we took him with that pick.
Hey, JJ, this is Shamit Dua from Bourbon Street Shots. Coach mentioned you guys got in a couple of 5-on-5 sessions last night and this morning. Obviously, it's a little bit early. Where is your comfort level at, or where do you think the team stands overall and from a chemistry standpoint at this juncture?
I like where we are. It's very early, obviously. Chemistry-wise, we didn't have an issue last year, and we weren't very good. And I expect us to be better this year, and I think our chemistry will be even better. One thing I've said, since the first day I got here and was around this team was we just have great guys in the locker room. We don't have any assholes on this team. We all enjoy playing basketball together. We all enjoy spending time with each other. So, I expect our chemistry to be even better this year because hopefully we're going to win some more games.
Thank you, JJ. Appreciate it.
Hey, Kira, Christian Clark with NOLA.com. I know it's only been a handful of practices here, but what have you thought just kind of working with Stan Van Gundy and getting to learn from him?
It's been good learning from a guy like Stan Van Gundy. Teach me a lot of things about the game, little things to pick up on. Just teach me a lot of knowledge from when he coached back in the day and what he's trying to teach us now. So teaching us a lot of defense, how to play with your teammates, be effective but not turn the ball over. So it's been good.
Hey, Kira, in the past, rookies have had to sing someone the happy birthday on their birthday, at least the rookies did. And last year there was a bunch. I know it's Teaspoon's birthday today. Did you have to do that rookie duty?
Yeah, I did have to sing happy birthday. It wasn't too good because I'm not a singer, but I still had to say happy birthday, so it was good.
Hey, it's Andrew from ESPN. What was that first practice like when you guys were just doing 3 hours of defense that I guess that first Sunday?
It was good. It was a lot of teaching at first. Just really listen to him and tell him, seeing how he wanted us to play defense, correct proper angles, terminology, and then we got to do a little bit up and down. But it was good. It's really being mental focused. So because you might be there for 3 hours and you might try to zone out, but if you're really mentally focused and tough, you can get through it pretty well.
Hey, Kyle, this is Rod Walker with the Times-Picayune. 3 days in, have you had that wow moment, like, wow, I'm in the NBA? Have you maybe talked to a player or seen something that made this all a reality to you that you're actually in the NBA?
I had to say just watching guys I've been watching since I was in high school and college, seeing how they go about their day every day, see how they get better off the court, take care of their bodies, how they work out and individuals and how they practice. So I wouldn't say it's a wow moment yet, but it's pretty cool to see some of the best players in the world, how they take their daily routines and instill into their game.
So, Kyra, this is Will Guillory from The Athletic. I know Eric told us the other day that you guys didn't really know each other before all of this, even though y'all are both Alabama. Y'all kind of in the same state, and what have you tried to learn from him?
Just teach me how to change my speeds, him being quick and me being quick, how he uses his speed, how he slow down and change pace, get his teammates involved, defensive terminologies, small defensive things he used to be a good defender. He's just being a good vet and teach me the everyday process of being in the NBA. So.
Hey, Kira, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. I know it's super early in the process, and it sounds like you guys haven't had time to play a lot of 5-on-5 and that kind of thing, but do you have any early takeaways as far as the difference in the spacing and the quickness of just the experience that you've had on the court? I know one thing that rookies talk about a lot is just the effect of having a deeper three-point line, and obviously there's so much more shooting on the court as far as how that affects the spacing.
Yeah, so much shooting on the court. It's really tough on defense because maybe you got to protect the paint, but you got a shooter that you're trying to guard, and just being able to help and close out to a shooter. Prime example like JJ, and him being able to shoot the ball so quick is really tough. It's really just every day you try to get better and learn something every day and try to instill into your game. And once you do that, you pretty much gonna get better every day.
One kind of quick follow-up. With someone of the quickness that you have and the way that defenses can devote so much attention to you at the college level, and again, this is super early, but have you noticed anything as far as just having a little bit more room to operate and not, that kind of thing, just more driving lanes?
Yeah, so just different from college, you can't stand the paint, or you get 3 seconds. A lot of space, you got great shooters, so they can't help too much. So it's gonna open up opportunities for me to get in the lane and create for my teammates or create for myself and really try to get the best shot we can.
Hey, Kyra, this is Shamit Dua from Bourbon Street Shots. I've seen that you've been working with Teresa Witherspoon a lot. What's it like working with a Hall of Famer, and what kind of things have you been focusing on specifically with her?
It's been good. Her teaching me the little things that she developed, learning everything I can from her, intense individual workouts, either whether it's in practice coming up to her, ask her a question I might have. And I just feel like if I keep doing that from her background, I know I'm gonna get better and instill into the court and get more comfortable on the court. So, I'm looking forward to keep working with her.
Hey, Kyra, Christian Clark one more time. Stan said a little bit earlier that Zion has looked pretty good attacking off the dribble. I was just curious, what does it just look like out there when, he's able to build up a head of steam and attack the basket?
It's really tough because a guy like his build, real big, real physical and strong, but at the same time he has the quickness and he has the speed to get into your body, and once he gets into your body with his strength and athleticism, there's really much you can't do. So it's just how I expected. If not faster, he's a great player, and I know he's going to have a big year this year.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.